That's what she says to me. She goes, one summer in Florida, you'd be ready to move back.
It's horrible.
Arizona, though, they say it's there on the heat.
But you know, they say, but there's no humidity. I don't care. I've been in Vegas when it was like 2018, and it's pretty hot.
We went out there to see our nephew graduate from the Marine Corps, and when we stopped in Arizona, it was so hot that tunnel, it felt like you were in an oven when you were baking.
Yeah, like, so, I kind of like it. I just think that if you that's all things exist. So it's like you go to and it's beautiful down there. Especially like it's amazing.
Now, Canada, it was cool staying in Canada, but
I bet we had to, Scott and I had to go to one of our clients in Toronto. And so, from Michigan, you would go like, here, yeah, a little north, but you can cross it, but where we, if you're going to Toronto, it's usually go here, but from there to like, very, until you get anywhere near Toronto, there is like nothing.
well,
Like there's nothing. There's just nothing.
well, that's where we went to Canada. Once you got off the main, once you got,
Like
once you,
nothing.
when we went to Canada, once we got off the main road, it was what, almost an hour and a half back to. I mean, we stayed in these cabins. The fridges, the lights were all run on propane gas.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was out in the middle of the stick. But we'd go up there salmon fishing. I want to go walleye fishing.
I was just gonna say, if you're from ice skating, but you should go to Lake
As we settle into game number 2 here, we have the always animated Jeff Fleck, the Wright State head coach, looking to lead his team to another strong effort after 985 in the opener. Fleck, a past Kerm Helmer Coach of the Year award winner back in 2016. This group, one looking to make it back to the Intercollegiate Team Championships after missing out on the big dance the past few years, but looking like a pretty strong group of players here for the 2019-2020 season. So far leading the way for Wright State, their anchor bowler Madison Stifler, averaging 193 so far this year through 6 tournaments, including 3 top 5 finishes. again, we do apologize about the little hiccup we had with the internet. Hopefully, it's been steady for about the last 10 minutes or so. But we'll keep an eye on that. Of course, if it's a little rough, please let us know in the chat as well. But hopefully, good to go for a while here now. Looks like Campbellsville has slowed down a little bit after their big start, 1,056 in the opener. Their lineup once again: Morena Combs, Morgan Stone, Maddie Horton, Shelby Morris, and Candace Gibson. Looking to find that momentum on a new pair. Of course, teams received 15 minutes of warm-up prior to the start of competition to get familiar with this 45-foot lane condition. While we move to the back half of Game 2, just a reminder that all USBC members receive rewards through Benefit Hub, which has a variety of offers, such as exclusive discounts from many top brands, cashback offers, local deals, and much more. Stop on over to bowl.benefithub.com, where members score more. Take full advantage of the perks of your USBC membership. Nice shot there from Ashlyn Stolings from Wright State, and was looking to start up her second string of strikes here in game number 2. A two-hander. We don't get to see too many of those on the women's side here in the collegiate world. So Ashlyn looking to be a trailblazer. She's made some real nice shots this game too. Starting with an open in the first. Switches up back to one hand for her spare. No problem on the 10-pin. Throughout the rest of the day, our teams joining our featured pairs in Game 3, Lawrence Tech, Newman, Mount Mercy, and Minnesota State Mankato. In Game 4, we'll see some teams returning: Aquinas, Rochester, Grandview, and West Texas A&M. In Game 5, Marion will be back, along with St. Ambrose and Baker. Baker will bowl unopposed that game. And in Game 6, we'll have Mount Mercy, Huntington, Ball State, and Newman, our lineup for the rest of the day. So we look here in the early going of the season standings. Wright State actually ranked 3rd overall with 7 events. On their schedule already. Some programs do bowl in conference play as well, and Wright State, one of those schools bowling in the American Heartland Conference, so 2 of their events have been competitions within their conference. Have 3 first place finishes so far. Including the Ball State Cardinal Classic, American Heartland number 2, and the Raider Classic. But no Tier 1s yet for the Raiders, so this is their first opportunity to see how their team stacks up against at a Tier 1 event. Let's see where our other teams are sitting at overall. Campbellsville currently 44th in the rankings. Second Tier 1 of their season, they bowled the Brunswick Southern Collegiate Classic, finishing in 10th place out of 22 teams. They have a first place finish at the Green River Classic. Marion at the moment in 86th place in the rankings. They too bowled the Brunswick Southern Collegiate Classic, finishing in 16th place. Team still looking to put together its first top 10 finish here in the 2019-2020 season. St. Ambrose, we mentioned they were just outside our featured pair in Game 1. Had a nice start, 990. They're looking to potentially put up a number here again in Game 2. Their leadoff bowler, after a spare in the first, has delivered 7 consecutive strikes. So a chance to shoot 290 out there. Did not catch who that was. I'm just seeing it on the scoreboard. Across the house, we have the A, B, C, D, E, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So keep an eye on that student athlete as they continue to add up the strikes. If you do have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the chat. We'll do our best to answer any questions. Once again, we will be giving you updates here on BullTV.com after we get results after each game, and we will create a link as well so you can glance at your own leisure to see where your favorite team is at in the standings. Those are also available on our men's feature channel, courtesy of Daniel Farish and Shannon Sellens on the call over at St. Clair Bowl. About a 20-minute drive from where we're at here at Bel Air Bowl in Belleville, Illinois, just outside of St. Louis. Certainly hope everyone had a great holiday weekend. As it continues on, hopefully your Black Friday shopping went well. You got some great deals. And we currently do have a deal here on Bowl TV as well. So an email went out a couple days ago about our Black Friday sale. 25% off an annual subscription using the code BlackFriday19. That offer expires Monday, December 2nd at midnight. Make it 3 in a row for Wright State's Madeline Stifler. And 4 out of 5 for Wright State in the 8th frame. Once again, a big shout out to our tournament director here for our women's varsity competition, Dale Strom of Bel Air Bowl. All the other volunteers assisting this weekend. Raina Combs starting off the 10th frame right now for Campbellsville on lane 16. She can get to 185 this game. So for Campbellsville, they're going to give some pins back after their strong start, 1,056. But looking to hopefully gain some momentum, though. See if they can get back to their striking ways in game number 3. See Morena still playing fairly direct, kind of pointing or positioning her shoulders to go more at the pocket. So pretty direct line. Looks like we're going to get a substitute in. Once again, coaches do have the ability to bring in players throughout the course. Of a game. Most teams can bring up to 8. The only note with bringing in a substitute is that if a team does so, they cannot use the player who was subbed out until the next game. So oftentimes you'll see teams allow players to take a fill ball or take a 10th frame or potentially even at the end of a game. Sometimes if a player's just having a rough go of it, you'll see a substitute come in a little bit earlier. Looks like a pretty good shot right there. Morgan Stone delivering on her first shot of the 10th frame, going a little bit more up the boards. She can get to 158 184 finish there for Morena Combs. Ninth frame underway, Marion University and Wright State. This particular Marion University out of Indianapolis. We do have a second Marion in collegiate bowling this year out of Wisconsin. So the Knights competing this week from Indy. Allison Stump delivers the strike for Marion University to kick off frame number 9. Kylie Case going to look to repeat defeat in a moment. Mentioned there was a player for St. Ambrose, their leadoff bowler, who's making a run at 290. That stopped in the 9th frame. Fortunately, we see a 7 split up there and a 2 count, so still a chance to shoot 255. The 10th frame left to go over there on 13 and 14. St. Ambrose paired up with Ball State. Shelby Morris for Campbellsville putting together a few strikes here. Finish up at 194. Their anchor, Candace Gibson. Nice clean game so far. Get to 208. So lead the way for Campbellsville. Pretty good shot there from Madison for Wright State. Looking to make it 4 in a row, but that stubborn 10-pin refuses to fall over. It's looking like another solid frame, though, for Wright State to set up their 10th. Campbellsville 8:45 their finish, so it's a team they'll have to discuss the differences from game 1 to game 2 and kind of get back on track. As I mentioned, they were in second overall, 1,056, so they dropped about 200 pins, but you know, that's why we bowl 6 games here. You get an opportunity to adjust, bounce back, figure things out. Lindsay Lehman with the spare in the 9th frame for Marion. Just bounce back after a pair of early opens with a 3-bagger in there. So they switch lanes, prepare for frame number 10. Once again, for Marion University, they will be 1 through 5 on the scoreboard. Allison Stump, number 1, Kylie Case 2, Kara Campbell 3, Becca Diang 4, and Lindsay Lehman 5. For Wright State, it's going to be, once again, that's A, B, C, D, and E. Brianne McKnight, Brianna Jesse, Ashlyn Stolings, Jessica Pitt, and Madison Stifler. Coming up for game 3, Lawrence Tech and Newman on 15 and 16, and then Mount Mercy and Minnesota State Mankato on 17 and 18. So Mount Mercy was our early leader after game number 1. 11:04 out of the gates. We will get an update of scores after game 2, after everyone is completed. It looks like, at least at first glance, we got most everyone in the 10th frame at least now, if not already completed. It's a real nice shot from Brianna Jesse. Can get to 167. Kylie Case looking to add a strike of her own here to start the 10th. And gets them all to tumble. Once again, this is a total pinfall event, so teams aren't necessarily competing head-to-head. There's no bonus pins or anything of that nature involved, so Brianna delivers the double for Wright State. Look to make it all three in the 10th. All right, 165, good place for that baby split. Ashlyn Stallings has been having a real nice game here. The two-hander from Wright State. Can post a 236 this game with all three in the 10th. One's going to have to hook back a little bit. Gets there, up the hill. Coach Fleck liked the look of that one. Kylie's going to finish with 171. Kara Campbell will be up next for Marion. Ashlyn's going to be in the 220s. Got some Mount Mercy and Newman fans in the chat. Let us know who you're rooting for. This particular team or a particular student athlete. Nice, 223. Ashlyn Stallings for Wright State, leading the way. Double in the 10th for Kara. Can get to 139 with one more. Jessica Pitt getting ready for her 10th frame, working on a spare. Max score 210. And we'll break up any split, just the 6-pin left. .135 finish for Kara Campbell. Becca Diang coming up next. Can max out at 181 in the 4 spot for Marion. No problem on the single pin there for Jessica. Can get to 199. See Lawrence Tech already over here and ready to go for game 3, as is Minnesota State Mankato. So looks like Newman is finishing up. They got 2 bowlers left. There are a few pairs to our right. Mount Mercy, I can't see them at the moment, so I'm not sure where they're at. I'm sure they're here though. I've seen them. Not only but in person, but at the top of the leaderboard after game 1. 11:04 for the Mustangs. We'll get an update after game 2. finish there for Becca, all three in the 10th for 181. 198 finish for Jessica Madison Stifler. Stepping up for Wright State, Lindsay Lehman for Marion to wrap up game 2. And nothing but business taken care of there for Madison. She can still get to 206. And for Lindsay, she has a max of 212. It looks like Mount Mercy has finished up game 3, so I finally found them. They're here, as mentioned. Got a lot of strikes in this 10th frame. That's what we like. Another quality shot there from Madison, down with 2 O's. I mean, another consistent performance here for Wright State. They were 985 in game number 1. Going to be a little short of that this time, but not going to be too far away from it either. 206 would get them to 953. Lindsay gets him to tumble. Final tally 9-46 for Wright State. Lindsay Lehman's going to finish up with 211. She'll bring Marion's final tally to 867 here in game 2. So Wright State, the big game here on the featured pair. But just like that, we have moved into game number 3 here. National Collegiate Team Match Games. Women's competition taking place at Bel Air Bowl in Belleville, Illinois, just outside of St. Louis. My name is Aaron Smith with USBC Communications. And happy holiday season to everybody. 4 more games to go today. Then we'll be back tomorrow bright and early for 5 4-game Baker sets. With a position round at the very end to determine our tournament champion. Once again, total pinfall determines our tournament champion. With game 2 all wrapped up, game 3 coming up next. Lawrence Tech, Newman, Mount Mercy, and Minnesota State Mankato will be up next. We will run down some lineups for you, of course, as we get standings for game 2. Or after game 2, we will let you know about those as well. So everyone hang tight. Game 3 coming up next here on Bowl TV. National Collegiate Team Match Games, a Saturday competition for the women's field.
USBC.com. She should know that. Bowl team.
All right, folks, as you can see on the screen, we do have scores available now after 2. On our featured pairs right now, Mount Mercy continues to lead at 21-30. They've already built up a sizable lead on the field, more than 160 pins. And the only team averaging better than 200 is so far here in the early going. St. Ambrose in second, 1965. Wright State in third. We saw them last game. 1931. Grandview in fourth. 1909. Campbellsville drops from second to fifth. 1901. Lindenwood makes a big jump after game 1. They're now at sixth place at 1862. Lewis University, 1801. Lawrence Tech in eighth on our featured pair, 1788. West Texas A&M, 1784. And Marion rounding out the top 10 at 1776. Minnesota State Mankato on our featured pair at 1688. Through 2 traditional games, they are in 15th place. And in 16th place, Newman University, 1644. All on our featured pairs right now. We do have some individual scores as well. Pass it along to us here. We'll take a quick look at the top 5. Leading the way so far through 2 games individually, Ira Amendunen from Mount Mercy, 216 and 259 so far for a 475 total. It's a 237.5 average through 2 games. Sitting in second, Brianna Smith from St. Ambrose. She was the player we were talking about making a run at 290 from the leadoff spot for the Fighting Bees. 209 and 255 for 464. Kayla Stammer for Mount Mercy, 225 and 212 for 437. Madison Stifler for Wright State. We saw her last game, 234 and 199 for 433. And running out the top 5, Hannah Duver from Grandview, 245 and 185 for 430. Total of 14 players averaging 200 or better here in the early going. I think we'll try to get individual standings posted after every 3 games. But if you have any players specifically you're looking for in the chat, please feel free to drop those in there. We did share the team standings. We'll put that back in the chat as well for anyone looking for that. Scores after game 2, Mount Mercy leading the way. As we get into frame 3 here momentarily, let's go ahead and meet our teams. We've got some lineups. So let's see who our coaches are electing to starting off with here in game 3. And once again, now we got a few folks cheering for Newman and Mount Mercy in there. If I happen to mispronounce any names, please feel free to say, hey, it should be this, and I will I will make that adjustment. We'll start off with Newman. They are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 above lane 16. You see them in the red and the white, blue lettering. The Jets will be starting off with Carly Sullivan in the leadoff spot. Addison Schiffelbein bowling second. Jen Thompson in the 3 spot. Hannah Abney bowling fourth. And Casey Collins in the number 5 spot. For Lawrence Tech, which is A, B, C, D, and E, far left of your screen, Sydney Clark is leading off. Teresa Rost. Bowling second. Bowling third is Lauren Prebelik. Bailey Gibson bowling fourth for Lawrence Tech, and Victoria Gardina in the 5 spot. Victoria with a nice start to her season. Took first place at the Racers Classic and has recorded 3 additional top 5 finishes and is finishing in the top 10 in every event she's bowled so far. So we'll keep an eye on Victoria in the 5 spot. For Lawrence Tech. Moving over to 17 and 18, Mount Mercy, our tournament leader here in the early going, once again located. They're going to be on 17, so that means A, B, C, D, and E for their scorecard. Our individual tournament leader as well after 2 games, Ira Aminuddin in the leadoff spot, Kayla Stammer in second, Sydney Urban third, Cassidy Corey fourth, and Riley Blood in the 5 spot. And for Minnesota State Mankato, they're going to have the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 scoreboard to your far right. It's going to be Dana Baker leading off. Bethany Hinnenker bowling second. Emmy Benway third. Emily Bilesby fourth, and Andrea Staples in the number 5 spot. Andrea also has a tournament victory this year at the Great Lakes Bowling Conference 2, earning the top spot. So Mount Mercy has been a kind of one of those teams this year in the early going that is, although this is my first first time working a women's event so far this season. Have been able to keep an eye on teams throughout the season so far with the collegiate ticker, and this is the third Tier 1 for the Mustangs, and they've so far finished second and second at the Midwest Collegiate Championships and the Mid-States Tournament. Once again, that's in the qualifying portion. We'll explain that a little bit more later, but also have a win at the Golden Eagle Invitational. That's a Tier 2 event. And we're fifth at the Leatherneck Classic out of 34 teams just a couple of weeks ago. So Mount Mercy has looked solid so far, has performed steady. They're currently second overall in the power rankings on collegebowling.com. But kind of circling back to talking about qualifying standings and stuff like that, obviously throughout the course of the USBC collegiate season, tournament formats vary a little bit. So we sometimes have an event like the National Collegiate Team Match Games, which we're at right now, that is going to be just a total pinfall event throughout the course. It's going to be, this one is a total of 6 traditional games today and 20 Baker games tomorrow, with total pinfall determining which teams move on, or don't move on, but finish at the top of the standings and earn points based off of that. Other events have brackets, so after 6 traditional games and X amount of Baker games the following day, they'll cut to the top 4, the top 8, depending on how many teams are in the competition. And with that, teams will go their way, usually Baker format for that. Best of 3, best of 5 throughout the course of the regular season, and you will get to see one team take home the actual title at the end of the week. It works a little differently when you look at it for power rankings, however, because not every event is the same, some having a bracket, some not having a bracket. So for the events that do have a bracket, when you look at power rankings, it is solely based off of where they finish in qualifying. So that's what, with that way, it's consistent throughout the course of the season. So for instance, we don't have a bracket here, but let's say Mount Mercy, St. Ambrose is second right now. Mount Mercy is leading the way right now. So say they finished the event and we had a bracket, and they were the top seed for the bracket, but they happened to win 2 matches and then lose in the title match. They would still get the first place power points. And let's say St. Ambrose was the team to come from the bracket. They finished second like they are now, but they were able to win every match in the bracket. They win the tournament. They would only receive the second place power points, just because that's how we keep things consistent from week to week, since events have a different type of formats. See where our other teams are at in the standings overall this season. Once again, very early in the season, so teams still kind of getting a few events underneath their belts. We're definitely going to see a lot of shake-up in the standings overall before we get close to postseason play and determining the top 64 teams for sectionals. Newman currently in 38th place so far. They have bowled the Mid-States, finished 9th. We've had a few conference events. Top finish of 4th so far this season. They've done that at 3 events, both of their conference tournaments. The SWIBC, Southwest Intercollegiate Bowling Conference 1 and 2, and at the Jayhawk Collegiate Challenge. So I mentioned 38th overall in the power rankings heading into this week. Lawrence Tech currently in 20th. They had this is their first Tier 1 event of the season, but in their 5 previous events, they do have a first place finish at the Racers Classic. Their conference, the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference, they finished 2nd and 3rd in their 2 conference matchups so far. Let's find Minnesota State Mankato. Currently outside the top 64 and 110th, but as we mentioned, a lot of opportunities for teams to move up and put themselves in position for postseason play. They've bowled one tier event so far. They bowled the Midwest Collegiate Championships, finished 24th, have a pair of fourth place finishes so far in their conference, Great Lakes Conference 1 and 2. So looking to get things going here in their second tier 1 of the season. Nice cover there by Ira, our tournament individual leader after 2 games. Textbook cover of the baby split. Once again, a reminder, we will have coverage throughout the entire weekend here with team match games for both the men's and the women's competition. We do have different start times. So the men's competition starts a little bit before this one each day, about a half an hour. Scheduled start time for tomorrow for women's competition is going to be 10:15 a.m. Eastern Time, 9:15 local for our 5 4-game Baker sets. The men's competition, also featured on BowlTV.com, will be at 9:45 a.m. Eastern, so half-hour difference, 8:45 local time. St. Ambrose, the defending champion on the women's side, and is actually the only champion we've had in a while at this event that hasn't been named Wichita State. The Lady Shockers put together an impressive run of 7 consecutive titles here at team match games, but not in the field the past 2 years. Looking to take the holiday weekend off. Have another two-hander joining us as well from Minnesota State Mankato. That's Emmy Benway. They got a pretty good shot there, ringing the 10. As we hit the halfway point here of Game 3. Just a reminder that if you're planning on competing in tournaments this upcoming season, like the USBC Open Championships, the USBC Women's Championships, or even junior gold in 2020. We got the hookup for you, of course. You'll want to visit mybowlingvacation.com for all of your hotel needs. NBV for short, but mybowlingvacation.com. What you got to type in. Just be sure to visit our friends there. Get yourself squared away for your next bowling excursion. Andrea Staples for Minnesota State Mankato, looking for, I get 5 for 5. Comes up a little bit high though on the head pin, leaves just the 6. Nice shot there from Newman's Jen Thompson, making it 4 in a row after a spare in the first. Seen some people find a way to score out here. As I mentioned, got 14 players averaging better than 200 so far here in the early going. But good shots, imperative to get into the promised land. Nice bounce back shot there from Ira from Mount Mercy, far right of your screen after nice conversion of the baby split in frame 5. We are at the halfway point. Game number 3 of 6. 2019 National Collegiate Team Match Games. Women's competition taking place. Bel Air Bowl, Belleville, Illinois. My name is Aaron Smith with the USBC Communications. Thank you for joining us here today. Over at the men's house, which is a St. Clair Bowl, about 20-minute drive from here. Daniel Farish. And Shannon Sellens on the call, so be sure to check out the action there as well throughout the course of the day. If you're interested in the teams heading to our featured pair for the rest of the day, be sure to click on the trophy above the chat. I'll give you the full lineup. In Game 4, Aquinas, Rochester, Grandview, and West Texas A&M. In Game 5, we have Marion, St. Ambrose, and Baker. And then in Game 6, Mount Mercy, Huntington, Ball State, and Newman. So we'll get to see Mount Mercy and Newman at the end of the day as well. I know we have a few folks cheering them on in the chat, so we certainly hope to see you for Game 6 as well. For right now, we're going to sit back, relax, and enjoy the back half of game number 3 here. Lawrence Tech, Newman, Minnesota State Mankato, and Mount Mercy. Here and ready to go. All right, folks, we have moved right along. Mount Mercy and Minnesota State Mankato already into the 9th frame. Lawrence Tech and Newman in frame number 8. Another nice game being put together by the Mustangs of Mount Mercy. Their lineup right now currently highlighted by Kayla Stammer in the number 2 spot, who rattled off 7 consecutive strikes after a spare in the first. She left a 7-pin in the 9th frame to end her string of strikes, but converted it. She can shoot .269 this game. But overall, the Mustangs putting together a very nice, consistent performance. That's what they've showed in the first 2 games. And as we mentioned, they had 2 players in the top 5, including Kayla Stammer, who was in 3rd place overall. So Kayla looking to potentially take over the top spot with a big game here. Her teammate is our overall tournament leader after 2 games. Their leadoff player, Ira Aminuddin. But Ira, a few struggles this game, a few open. She can max out as they prepare for the 10th frame at 183. As we prepare for the 10th frame on 17 and 18, just a reminder of the lineups for each of the teams. Minnesota State Mankato is going to be on lane 17 to finish up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as their scoreboard to the far right of your screen. Their lineup is Dana Baker, Bethany Hinneker, Emmy Benway, Emily Bilesby, and Andrea Staples. Andrea having a nice game here. Started off with the front 4, can shoot .236 this game. Once again in the 5 spot. For Mount Mercy, Ira in the leadoff spot, Kayla 2nd, Sydney Urban 3rd, Cassidy Corey 4th, and Riley Blood in the 5 spot. Mount Mercy is going to deliver the highest game we've seen on our live stream featured pairs so far. And in great position once again to surpass the 1,000 mark as Ira delivers strike on her first offering. 9th frame now underway for Newman and Lawrence Tech. Coming up in game number 4, just a reminder, Aquinas, Rochester, Grandview, and West Texas A&M scheduled to hit lanes 15 through 18 here at Bel Air Bowl in Belleville, Illinois. Nice shot there from Newman's second player, Addison Schiffelbein. Has a chance at .215 this game. Jen Thompson as well, an opportunity for a nice game for the Jets here. She's looking for a double to set up her 10th frame and gonna need a little help. Gets it. Take them when you can get them on these tough sport compliant patterns. She'll have a chance to be in the 240s. She can find a double in frame number 10. Here's Kayla from Mount Mercy. She's looking at back-to-back spares now after 7 in a row. 258 max score. Which would put her into the 690s, 690 plus for her first 3 games. So that'd be better than a 230 clip on this 45-foot condition being used here today. Just enough. Don't have to hit it too hard. She's been crushing the pins this game, so it's okay to take it easy there on that 6-pin. As long as it does officially fall down. It's a nice 255 game for Kayla Stammer. Put her at 692. Chance for Sydney Urban to finish up at 206. Final 2 bowlers for Minnesota State Mankato. Emily Bilesby and Andrea Staples still left to go. Casey Collins delivers the strike for Newman to finish up their 9th frame. Victoria Gardina is working on a double before a baby split arrived in her 9th frame. She is the anchor for Lawrence Tech. The Lawrence Tech lineup once again heading into frame number 10. Leading off, Sydney Clark, followed by Teresa Roast, Lauren Prebelik, Bailey Gibson, and then Victoria in the 5 spot. For Newman, Carly Sullivan, Addison Schiffelbein, Jen Thompson, Hannah Abney, and Casey Collins, their lineup. Cassidy Curry up for Mount Mercy, gets the high hit to fall. She's going to have a clean game here. And that first double would get her into the 2-0s, or a chance to get into the 2-0s. Once again, Mount Mercy, our tournament leaders. here in the early going, and by all accounts, not going to be giving that spot up. Another nice game here. They're going to be, or they entered this game with about 160 pin advantage over the field. And going to be right around 1,000 once again. Andrea Staples finishes with 202 to lead the way for Minnesota State Mankato. Their final tally will be 777. Got players and teams moving all around, so it should be a pretty quick transition into game number 4. So here's Riley for Mount Mercy, looking to finish things up with a bang, but 3-6-10 stands first. Kayla Stammer's going to lead the way for the Mustangs. 2:55 this game. Still get to 1,029. There's the spare, so strike on the fill ball. Get the Mustangs another 29 pins on the right side of plus. Aquinas, Rochester, Grandview, and West Texas A&M coming up next. Game 4. Teams are here. $1,028. The final total for Mount Mercy. Still a few shots to go here. 10th frame to our left with Newman and Lawrence Tech. Double in the 10th for Bailey Gibson of Lawrence Tech. Give her a chance to get into the 150s. Jen Thompson having herself a game, now in the 230s with good count. 244 max still out there looking to lead the way for Newman in game 3. That shot gets a little bit right at target, but got the first one, always important. Victoria up in the 10th for Lawrence Tech. She's had herself a nice season so far. Looking to run down the 3-6-10. No problem there. Strike on the fill will get Lawrence Tech to 829. There it is. Newman, still 2 bowlers left to go to finish up their game 3. Nice shot to kick off the 10th for Casey Collins of Newman. Still get to 193. .181 finish. Casey Collins. For Newman at 9:42 in game number 3, so that means we're ready for game 4 here at the National Collegiate Team Match Games, women's competition, day number 1. Coming up next here on Bowl TV, Aquinas, Rochester, going to be up on 15 and 16. Grandview and West Texas A&M going to be ready for competition on 17 and 18. So we'll let them get started. We'll get some lineups for you. So everyone hang tight. Game 4 coming up next. Thank you for joining us here on Bowl TV for continued collegiate coverage throughout the 2019-2020 season, heading into the postseason play as well. Game 4 coming up next. We're broadcasting this out live on the internet.
On the internet or to where? Any place or?
BoldTV.com.
BoldTV.com?
Yep. It's a subscription service, so but folks can tune in whenever. We're on lanes 15 through 18, so it's easy there. Folks can come in and watch. All right, everybody, we are into game number 4. Up on the scoreboard, we have Rochester University as A, B, C, D, and E, far left of your screen in the black and red. Up on lane 15 at the moment. Over on 16, Aquinas. One, two, three, 4, 5 on the scoreboard above 16. And then West Texas A&M is going to be A, B, C, D, and E in the dark red. And then Grandview is going to be in the lighter red. Currently competing on 17, but as the arrows point, they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the far right scoreboard. We posted the standings after Game 3, but we'll go through them once again just so everybody, make sure we hit everybody with this. Mount Mercy continues to lead 31-58. We saw them last game put together a real nice 1,028 performance. So Mount Mercy has just been steady, and they've been rolling, and they've increased their lead now more than 200 pins over Wright State, who moves into second place 29-32. 3 pins ahead of St. Ambrose 29-29. Campbellsville in fourth 28-55. Lindenwood in fifth 28-21. Grandview currently on our featured pair in sixth 27-96, followed by West Texas A&M, also on our featured pair 27-68. Baker University in eighth 27-45. Lewis in ninth 26-62. And Aquinas rounds out the top 10 26-37. Rochester, who's also on our featured pairs in 13th right now with 25-95. Individually, as we kind of thought, Mount Mercy's Kayla Stammer jumped from third to first after a nice 255 in Game 3. She's at 692 for her 3-game total. That's a 230 plus average here through the halfway point. Her teammate, Ira Aminuddin, drops from first to second, 6:58. She is tied with Wright State's Madison Stifler for second place overall. Hannah Duver from Grand View University on our featured pair in fourth place, 6:47. And Brianna Smith from St. Ambrose in fifth, 6:46. Total of 10 players averaging better than 200 here at the halfway point. And the, I guess the cool stat so far is that Mount Mercy has their entire starting five in the top 12 right now. So that bodes well for a 200-plus pin lead is when everyone is doing their job. So right now in 12th place is Riley Blood. She is the low Mustang at the moment with 597. So basically as a team, they are getting the job done. They're seeing the picture. Coach Andy Dirks is getting them lined up and taking care of business. We will see Mount Mercy in the final game today. We do have some lineups as well for you. So give us just a minute here to get some names ready for you. Start with Aquinas. Their lineup here in game number 4, leading off is Lainey Meter. Michelle Thompson is second. Hannah Roast falling in the 3 spot. Mackenzie Plichta going fourth, and Christina Schurman in the number 5 spot. For Rochester, their lineup this game leading off is Katie Cooper. Destiny Masters is second. Michelle Merrick is third. And Tia Robinson fourth. And Tamara Robinson in 5th place. Or in the 5th spot, not 5th place. For Grandview, their lineup this game is going to be Autumn Forrester leading off. Haley Moran second. Stevie Smedshammer third. Sabrina Bennett fourth. And Hannah Duver in the 5th spot. For West Texas A&M, our second time getting to see them, Alexis Sledge leading off. Nicole Kelty second. Desiree Knott third. Sam Dixon fourth. And Alyssa McCleary in the 5 spot. So we got our lineups, we got our scores. My goodness, we even have lunch. As well from the good folks here at Bel Air Bowl. Big shout out to Dale Strom and his staff. Dale, our tournament director, as well as our host here at Bel Air Bowl, taking care of business, making sure we were good to go here for the live stream this weekend. So big thanks to Dale and the entire staff here. But right now, here we are, 6th frame, game 4. If you want to see the teams coming up for the rest of the day, of course, click on the trophy above the chat. Marion and St. Ambrose will be on 15 and 16 next game, along with Baker University. They will be bowling unopposed on 17 and 18. We do have an odd number of teams in the field this week, 19 varsity schools competing. And then Mount Mercy, Huntington, Ball State, and Newman joining for our final traditional game. Of course, tomorrow we will transition to Baker. Baker is a little more fast and furious. If you're unfamiliar, it's definitely a great opportunity to check it out for the first time. Teams essentially use 5 players to bowl one regular team game instead of the traditional games we see here with one player bowling the full game. So teams will determine their lineup. The leadoff bowler will bowl the first in the 6th frame. Second will bowl the 2nd and the 7th. Third will bowl the 3rd and the 8th. 4th and 9th. And 5th and the all-important 10th frame. So really takes a great team effort to put together not only a good Baker game, but a great Baker block. So hopefully we get to see quite a few of those tomorrow as well. As we get down to the final few games, we will have a position round tomorrow with our top 4 teams right here in front of us on lanes 15 through 18 at Bel Air Bowl. From there, we'll keep track, we'll count down scores, and eventually we will know our champion. Well, right now, the question for everyone has got to be, is anyone going to catch Mount Mercy? Up more than 220 pins right now. Over Wright State. So Mount Mercy had a very impressive first game, 11:04, so that's better than a 220 average for the team. They've done what they've had to do the last few games. Have been above 1,000 each game and filling frames, taking advantage of doubles and 3 in a row. And have put themselves in great position to make a run at the title here. The national team match games after a 2nd place finish in the power rankings in their first 2 Tier 1 events of the season. As we continue on here in Game 4, be sure to check out the 2019-2020 Collegiate Live Stream schedule here on Bowl TV so you don't miss a minute of your favorite teams and student athletes as they make the run toward the Helmer Cup this season. Bowl TV, the place to be throughout the 2019-2020 campaign. 13 regular season events, extended postseason play, and much, much more on the horizon. So we continue to look forward to seeing all these great teams, these great student athletes, and get a clearer picture of some of the top programs and top competitors out there to see who's going to be making the next leap on the PBA and PWBA tours. It's definitely been a lot of fun for us this season, getting to see a few extra events, and obviously with that, being able to see a few more teams. Big shout out to my guy, Coach Sean in the chat. Was our tournament director at the Leatherneck Classic. That was earlier this month. Also be helping Sean out at the Collegiate Club Championships at the end of March. So Sean, hope you had a great holiday as well. Hope everyone had had some fun time, got to enjoy some delicious treats over the past few days. Maybe a little shopping as well. I personally did not do any shopping. However, the drive from this particular bowling center to back to the hotel did go past a mall area yesterday, and that was a bit chaotic. So the shopping game strong here in the Belleville, Fairview Heights, O'Fallon, Shiloh area. Have to admit, I've never done anything for Black Friday. However, if you are interested, there is a ongoing deal right now for Bowl TV. Up until December 2nd, you can buy an annual subscription, 25% off using the code Black Friday 19 at the checkout. Once again, Black Friday 19 for 25% off your annual subscription. Once again, a recap on the standings here. Mount Mercy leading by more than 220 pins through 3 games, 3,158 their total. The impressive addition to that is all 5 of their starters within the top 12 of the individual standings, including a tournament leader, Kayla Stammer, pacing the way 692 for her first 3 games. Here in game number 4 for Grandview, Sabrina Bennett in the 4 spot, having herself a nice game so far. Had 4 strikes in a row before leaving the bucket here in frame number 8. But unfortunately does not convert. However, Sabrina still has a chance to get into the 230s this game. 231 max score. Grandview's anchor Hannah Duver was in the top 5 for the individual standings. Her games 245, 185, 217 for a 647 opening 3 games. That's good enough for 4th place in the standings. Although she's left with a 3-6-10 conversion to stay clean through 8. Kind of gone over every team's rankings so far and where they're kind of sitting in the overall standings this season. It's definitely early. Far ahead of West Texas and Aquinas on the featured pair. So let's take a look at Grandview as well as Rochester. Grandview currently 46th in the overall rankings. This is their 3rd at Tier 1 event. They bowled the Midwest Collegiate Championships and the Mid-States. Finished 10th at both of those events. They have a top finish of 6th place on the year so far. That was at the 5 Seasons Classic. 6th in the standings at that event. For Rochester, this is their first Tier 1 of the season, but they have 6 events already underneath their belts, including 2 conference matches for the American Heartland. They have a top finish of 3rd. That was at their first event of the season, the RC Warrior Fall Classic. 3rd place finish for Rochester. Once again, we refer to the rankings. You can find those on collegebowling.com. A very cool and informative site. Ran by our good friend Carl Nikolai. And as we mentioned earlier, those rankings tend to change quite a bit over the course of the season as teams get a few more events underneath their belt. For some of the teams that we've had, this is only their 4th or 5th event so far, and we started in the middle of September, so some teams going a little heavier in the second half of the season. We got a few Tier 1 events coming up as well after team match games is concluded. As I mentioned, the collegiate bowling schedule a little bit quiet in the next few weeks as these student athletes prepare for finals at the end of the semester. But prior to the startup of the second semester in 2020, it gets we definitely get some excitement to finish 2019. 4 Tier 1 events. Usually teams will pick one or the other, competing 2 at once. We have a pair of Las Vegas events right before Christmas, I believe starting on the 17th, 18th. Starts on the 18th this year. The Glenn Carlson Las Vegas Invitational. It's on the 18th and 19th. Followed by the Collegiate Shootout on the 20th and 21st. And then teams don't compete in Las Vegas, generally they will make their way out to Pennsylvania from December 27th through the 30th for the Rotogrip Keystone Quaker Classic or Lehigh Valley Collegiate Classic. So some great opportunities to get a few top-level events in over the semester break. Get ready for the second half and the postseason push. In hopes of being on the women's side, one of the 64 teams advancing to sectionals. 4 locations across the country. There's locations this year: Dallas, Texas, Addison, Illinois, Smyrna, Tennessee, and Stratford, New Jersey. The top 4 from each of those will make their way on to the Intercollegiate Team Championships, the pinnacle the USBC collegiate season. The ITCs this year taking place in April, Wyoming, Michigan, which is just outside of Grand Rapids, the host city. Nice 9th frame for West Texas A&M, already in the books with 4 out of 5, and Grandview is looking for their 4th. It was Marina Bennett who had the 4-bagger in the middle of the game. Crosses over their leaves at the 5-9. As we prepare for the 10th frame, once again the lineup for West Texas A&M. Mark Scroggins and the Buffaloes. His lineup: Alexis Sledge leading off, Nicole Kelty second, Desiree Knott third, Sam Dixon fourth, and Alyssa McCleary fifth. For Grandview, their lineup, we're going to see Hannah Duver here wrap up the 9th frame first in the 5 spot, but their lineup 1 to 5, Autumn Forrester, Haley Marine, Stevie Smedshammer, Sabrina Bennett, and then Hannah in the 5 spot. Halfway through frame number 9 on 15 and 16 for Aquinas and Rochester. Late trip of the 8 there. Both teams working on 4 strikes heading into the 10th frame. Double in the 10th for 4 in a row to kick things off for West Texas A&M's Alexis Sledge. Got a chance to save 190 this game. The late string of strikes. Got a full house here at Bel Air Bowl, 32 lanes. I believe we're using 3 through 22. We are tucked away here behind lanes 15 through 18. Nice shot there by Nicole Kelty. Chance to get into the 230s. Haley finishes with 192 for Grandview. For Rochester, Tamara Robinson is up in her 9th frame right now, so their lineup once they move over to 15 to finish up game number 4 is going to be Katie Cooper, Destiny Masters, Michelle Merrick, Tia Robinson, and then the aforementioned Tamara Robinson in the 5 spot. For Aquinas, it's going to be Lainey Meter leading off, Michelle Thompson 2nd, Hannah Roast 3rd, Mackenzie Plichta 4th, and Christina Schurman in the 5 spot for Christina. She's had a nice start to her season. This is just the 4th event for the Saints, but in the previous 3, Christina has collected a pair of 2nd place finishes. A senior this year. Nice 219 finish for Nicole Kelty. For West Texas A&M, they can be right around 1,000 with the. They can toss a few doubles here for their 4 and 5 players, Sam Dixon and Alyssa McCleary. First things first, though. Desiree converts the spare. those any of you who have just jumped in, 45 foot is the length of the oil pattern today. Full ball to go for Grandview here. Hannah Duver in the 200s once again with good count. .201 to lead the way for the Vikings. They're going to be at 9:20 here. Game 4 total. For West Texas A&M. All three in the 10th from Melissa McCleary will get them to 993. There's the first one. She can max out at 204. .192 finish, 981 for the Buffs. Nice consistent team effort here in Game 4. Down to the anchors on 15 and 16 with Aquinas and Rochester. Christina Showerman looking for the double in the 10th here for Aquinas on 16. Tamara Robinson up looking for a strike to kick off her 10th frame. She can max out at 182 for Rochester. See her far left of your screen right there. Gonna have a chance. Aquinas is going to finish with 787 here in game number 4. strike on the field will get Rochester to 750. So wiggling 2-pin will mean 749. That means we'll be ready for game number 5 here in a moment. So again, our lineups for game 5 on 15 and 16 we'll have Marion and St. Ambrose. See St. Ambrose already getting ready to head over, and Baker University will bowl unopposed. So I'll be next here on Bowl TV. We will sit back, get some lineups for you. Wait scores after game 4, but as soon as we have that, we will pass it along to you. But thank you again for joining us here on your holiday weekend for the National Collegiate Team Match Games. Women's competition taking place at Bel Air Bowl. In Belleville, Illinois, just outside of St. Louis. My name is Aaron Smith with the USBC Communications. Thank you again for joining us here on Bowl TV. So we have 2 games to go before we conclude competition for today. We'll be back tomorrow for 20 Baker games, with total pinfall from each day determining our champions. So right now we'll wait for game 5. We'll get some lineups for you. So everyone hang tight. Continue coverage of the National Collegiate Team Match Games up next here on Bowl TV. Have to go to the next game.
Yeah, we started on 13. No, 13.
Oh, 13, you're right.
We get all the attention because we're not bullying anybody.
I know, right?
I know. That's good.
Round of applause. Let's go. on this side and Carter on this side.
As an update for everyone, we are awaiting Marion on 15 and 16, and they are about halfway through the 10th frame right now, so it'll still be a few minutes before they join St. Ambrose. Baker University bowling unopposed, so let's go ahead and get their lineup in here in the early going as Megan Carpenter finishes up frame number 1. Their leadoff bowler is going to be Caitlin Lacey. Courtney Rogers bowling second. Christina Harris in the 3 spot. Elena Bell bowling fourth. And then, as we mentioned, Megan Carpenter is really having a standout season here in the early going of the 2019-2020 season. Through 6 events, has been pretty solid. Has 2 wins. First place finish at the Southwest Intercollegiate Bowling Conference number 2 and the Jayhawk Challenge. To go along with that, a 3rd place finish, a 4th place finish, and a 9th place finish. The only event she finished out of the top 25 so far has been the Leatherneck Classic. Finished 72nd out of 264 competitors there, but overall, solid season so far for Megan, a junior. This year for Baker, coached by Cheryl Kessler. We do have the lineup already for St. Ambrose as well as they patiently await their time on the lanes. Sounds like they're keeping the same lineup they used last game. So that's going to be Bree Smith leading off, Hannah Jarrows second, Addie Nelson third, Kristen Swank fourth, and Caitlin Keith in the 5 spot. Then Marion, a team we've already seen once today, so we will follow up with them one more time to see if they had any lineup changes, but right now, waiting for the Knights. Just a few more shots to go. A few pairs to our left. St. Ambrose ready to go. Baker already underway, so there's our quick update. We'll be back momentarily. We're going to prepare some scores for the men's competition as they have finished through 5 as well. So hang tight, enjoy the early parts of Game 5.
on 19. Add the 4 on 19. 20, never mind 20. Name 20.
Good job, Phil. Good job. That's the way I asked you. Stay here, Chad.
You guys are playing a game? I think he's playing pinball.
Good job, good job. Nice shot, Mary. Hold the one.
All right, everybody. We do apologize for a few drops there. Internet is spiting us a little bit, but hopefully we're in the clear for a little bit. Are underway in Game 5. Baker University wasting no time, bowling unopposed, already in frame number 6, their lineup. Caitlin Lacey, Courtney Rogers, Christina Harris, Elena Bell, and Megan Carpenter. We do have the lineups for St. Ambrose and Marion as well over on 15 and 16 for St. Ambrose. Which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on 15 and 16 if you're looking at the scoreboards. They're also in the white and blue jerseys. Bree Smith, Hannah Jarrows, Addie Nelson, Kristen Swank, and Caitlin Keith. Their lineup 1 through 5. For Marion University in the blue and yellow, blue and gold. Katie Wallace leading off, Kylie Case second, Kara Campbell third, Becca Deering fourth, and Lindsay Lehman in the 5th spot. We did run some team scores after 4. You can see that link available in the chat as well. Mount Mercy continues to lead, but Wright State has made up a little bit of ground. 41-25, the total for the Mustangs of Mount Mercy, but Wright State at 39-79, so they were able to cut into that deficit a little bit in Game 4. They were down 220 plus. Now it's looks like they made up about 70 or 80 pins, right around 145 now. The difference between first and second. St. Ambrose in third. 3,900 even. Lindenwood University 3802. Baker also on our featured pair in 5th. 3777 Campbellsville 6th. 3752 West Texas A&M 3749. Grandview 3716. So pretty close there between 5th and 8th. Newman in 9th 3575. And Lewis rounds out the top 10 3574. Marion also on our featured pair right now in 12th, 3470. When we look at the year-long rankings up to this point, St. Ambrose currently in 5th overall in the nation. From the most recent update, this is their 3rd Tier 1 event of the season, their 5th event overall. So far in Tier 1 competition, the Fighting Bees have been fighting for the title in each of the events. 3rd place at the Midwest Collegiate Championships and 1st place throughout qualifying at the Mid-States Championships. So they've been pretty steady so far, and once again in the top 3 here in the early going at the National Collegiate Team Match Games. Also have a win at the 5 Seasons Classic so far. So the Fighting Bees, we saw them make ITCs last year. They won their sectional. In Smyrna. It's getting off to a strong start. For Baker, they're ranked 18th overall. Also bowled the Mid-States, finished 4th prior to the bracket. Have a best finish this season of 2nd place at the Southwest Intercollegiate Bowling Conference number 2 event. And we have a front 7 alert to our right. Looks at the Ashland Stolings from Wright State, the 2-hander for Jeff Fleck's team. So we'll keep an eye on her as we continue to progress towards the end of that game.